Hello. Today we're going to feature a handgun that's commonly known in the United States as a Spanish Ruby pistol. These are actually known as a model 1915. They were made for the French military during World War I. These were made in huge quantities. Over at least 500,000 of these guns were made by several manufacturers. Brief history on the gun. These are a basic copy of the 1903 Colt. It is actually a simplified version of the weapon, and it has some additional features. It's actually a little bit better in some instances than the original Colt. Biggest difference is that they made to the handgun were lengthening the grip to incorporate a 9-round magazine versus a 7-round magazine of the Colt, and they moved the safety from the rear of the frame up to the middle of the frame. The French, because they normally carried these weapons with 9 rounds in the magazine and 1 in the chamber, incorporated a little button on the vast majority of these weapons so that they could carry that round chambered weapon in the safe position, and when they slid the gun down into the holster, the leather of the holster wouldn't catch the safety, push it off safe. So if you ever come across one of these and it has that button on there, that's a reason for it being there. Okay, let's get started with the field strip. It's a very, very simple gun to do. Go ahead and set your safety into the safe position. Pull the slide back to lock the slide open. Visually check to make sure the weapon's unloaded. Remove the magazine. Leave the slide back. This is an internally hammer-fired weapon. So again, you're going to be operating with the weapon in a cocked position to do the field strip. At this point, you want to turn the barrel counterclockwise to free it from the frame. And then all you have to do is depress the safety down, and the slide barrel assembly and recoil spring assembly will slide right off the front of the gun. Pull the recoil spring assembly out. You'll notice that one of the nice things about this, it's a full-length guy rod, and it's a captured spring. So all this stuff stays in one piece. You're not going to lose anything or have it flying across the room. Okay, to remove the barrel, simply turn it clockwise to release it from the frame. Pull it out the front, and there you go. You'll notice that the weapon is very similar to the Colt. It does have the frame locking and barrel locking lugs, but they've simplified it. They've used fewer slots and fewer lugs, and it works just as well. Some people say that these weapons are poor quality. That's absolutely not true. Some of the guns that were made prior to World War I, some of the guns that were made after World War I do display some lower quality traits, but the weapons that were made for the French military are very high quality. My dad acquired this particular handgun in 1944. I know it's had at least a box of shells fired through it every year since then. So, and it's still going strong. The weapon still works well. So I'll give you some idea of the durability and reliability of the pistol. It's really quite well made. Okay, reassemble it. Lugs facing down. Slide the barrel into the slide. There's a little notch up here. Turn the barrel counterclockwise. Lock the barrel into place. Take the recoil spring, the flat side will go to the back. The portion with the little milled area faces the front. Slide that down into the frame recess. Hold the weapon slightly upright. See if I can get this on. Camera here. There we go. Slide the weapon, or hold the weapon slightly upright. Take the slide, place it onto the frame rails. Slide it down until it catches with the recoil spring. Get in there. Pull it straight back and lock it with the safety catch. Turn the barrel clockwise to lock it back down into the receiver. Release the safety lock. Let the slide come forward. Do a function check. These guns also have no grip safety, which they simplified it back here. And they also have no internal magazine safety, so they will fire without the magazine in place. And there you go. That's the simple field strip for the 1915 Spanish Ruby type French military issue 32 ACP handgun. Thank you for watching.